Okay, well, we're back in the garage, and today we have a completely different project. Today we have an upright RCA freezer. It's a small RCA upright freezer that is just frosting up something terrible. This is my son's freezer, and it's as much as he's tried to get it to work, it just was not working, and it would work for a few weeks and then just ice up something incredible. So we were pretty sure it was the seal, but just couldn't figure out where the heck it was an issue. So I thought, oh, we'll just bring it back. I'll bring it back to my place and see what's going on with it. Well, it was sitting up against a wall here, and it was in a situation like on this side, it was sitting up against a wall. So we could only really check the seal on three sides. We couldn't check that side, and sure enough, when I look on that side of the fridge, now that I've got it home here, see a big issue. So let's take a look and see what we can see is going on with this freezer. So this freezer is truly scary, no question. I've just got that sitting there just for fun, but I mean, it really caused my son a lot of hassle because you want the freezer to work and it doesn't work, it just frosts up, and then you got a lot of work defrosting it and yada yada. So anyways, that's the problem that he was encountering, and that's what we're going to solve. So anyways, I took a look at the seal because typically what happens, the reason freezers will frost up is typically because there's an air leak on the door seal. It's typically the door seal is the issue, and the reason it frosts up by having a bit of a gap, even though it's a very small gap, is because there's humidity in the air. There's moisture in the air, and so when air gets inside the freezer, it freezes, and you just get a ton of frost over a pretty short period of time. So the first thing I did is I looked around the perimeter of the seal, and he did too, but the thing is, this was solid against a wall, and it was in such a position that we couldn't move it. So we never really saw the problem. But what I've done, just to really highlight the door gap issue here, is I've put a light inside the freezer. And this is actually a really good way, because of course freezers are typically white, they reflect a lot of light. So put a light inside the freezer, and it really makes the door gap issue much, much more evident. And you'll see that in a minute. So let's see if we can see where that door seal issue is. So here's the top of the freezer. Let's just scan our eyes down and down and down and down. You let me know when you see it. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think we have a problem down there? I think maybe, eh? Take a look at that. So that is our problem, and it is, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it is, I'll put my finger there, but that's a substantial gap. It's substantial. I'm guessing that's in some places close to a 1/16 of an inch or more. Well, that is definitely the problem right there. There's really no doubt about it. And when I scan around the rest of the perimeter of the fridge, it's all fine. So what we're going to do today is we are going to make every attempt to fix that problem, okay? And so, yeah, you can really see that light showing up there. It actually, I don't know if it picks it up on camera, but I can see light starting about there, that's quite a bit. So, and then of course it's really wide down here where you're seeing a lot of light. So that's what we need to fix. So let's try a few things. Let's get after it. Okay, so now that we know with certainty our problem with this freezer is that door seal, the question really is, how are we going to fix it? So I think a couple of things come to mind. One is we're going to actually use something you probably have in your house, a hair dryer. Don't tell the wife. Actually, if you tell her you're fixing the freezer, it'll probably be okay with her. But use the hair dryer, and what we're going to do is we're going to warm up that seal in a number of different places to help it seal. Because what happens essentially with this type of seal material, let's open the fridge up and have a little bit of a look here. So here's our seal on a different side of the door, but you can take a look at it. It's actually pretty hard rubber, okay? It's fairly dense, it's fairly hard. It doesn't have a huge amount of elasticity to it. It's kind of designed that way, but what happens with these things is they essentially, when you warm them up, they get pliable, and you can kind of bend them out a little bit more, okay? We'll show this in a minute. But then when they cool down, just even at room temperature, they will retain that new position, which is, you know, farther out, expanded. So that's where the hair gun comes in. Do not use a heat gun. I know I'm in the workshop. I have a heat gun. I am not using a heat gun because you can melt these things really easy. They're not designed to take heat. We want to warm it up. We don't want to cook the thing or, you know, melt it, right? So that's what's one strategy. What else could we do? You know, when I take a look at where the issue is on this particular freezer, this may not be your issue. The hair dryer trick may be all that you need, especially if it's, you know, in a different spot, maybe higher up in the fridge, but in the freezer. Well, it could be a fridge too. But I think that because our issue is primarily two things. On the hinge side, this is the hinge side of the door, and at the bottom, I have a feeling that door may be maladjusted, because you can adjust these doors in and out relative to the box, right? There's usually an adjustment on the bottom. I don't know for certain there is one here, but that's one thing we're going to check. I'm going to tip the thing over, and we're going to check to see, you know, if there's an adjustment issue here. Is it that simple? I don't know. I think even if there is an issue there, we're going to do both anyways. But let's tip the thing over and take a look at that hinge adjustment. Okay guys, I've got it tipped over. This is the area where she's leaking air, okay? And this, readjust myself here, is our hinge adjustment. And take a look at where those, the adjustments are. You can see the gap here. On the screws. Hopefully the camera picks that up. Do you see the gap? So these things aren't even centered. You know, when this thing was designed, this is probably designed to be in the center of the slot in this bracket, right? And you can see she's all the way as far, call it in the open position, so the farthest, biggest gap that you could possibly have with this bracket position. So by simply going in, you know, loosening these guys off and tightening this up, we are going to naturally tighten this gap up here, okay? I can't believe that might be all it is. As I mentioned though, we are going to do both solutions. I'm going to use the heat gun first to expand that as much as I can. And then following that, we are going to then go and adjust this to kind of close that gap up. We'll then finally test it with the light trick. We'll put the super bright light, halogen light, inside the freezer, and we're going to search this whole thing for gaps. Following that, we'll see if that we can actually close it up that way. Let's see what we can do. Let's give that a go and see what happens. Okay guys, so I've got the hair dryer all hooked up here, and we're going to work on that edge that is not good right in here, of course, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of apply the heat, you know, gently along here, okay? And get this nice and warm, separating these various panels up, getting this more pliable. And then once we get it done as much as we think we can do. Now, if you recall, it was about 18 inches up. It was quite a ways. So we're going to get it right up to about here. We're going to do that, okay? And then we're going to, on the outside, apply some more heat with it closed to see if that gap closes up a little bit more. Additionally, what we're going to do, of course, is adjust the hinge. We're going to adjust this hinge so that this door closes tighter along this edge. So I think between those things, I'm hopeful. We'll see what happens. Okay, guys, I've got the door wide open, so you're seeing that edge here that we're wanting to adjust. So hey, let's just get after it. So give you an idea of what I'm doing here. Okay, I think that's pretty good there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to close the door, and we're going to get it from the other side. So let's do that next. Okay, I have put our light in there, and we can still see our gap, as you can see. I don't know that it looks like it's closed up somewhat a little further down, but we still have a big issue, as you can see, right at the bottom. So let's put some heat on there and see if she'll close up a little bit more. So I think that's as good as we're going to get it. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but we still have, and let me adjust your angle a little bit so you can see it. But we still have some light protruding through there, okay? Not a huge surprise to me given the maladjustment of those hinges. So now that we've done that, I'm going to let that rest for about 5 minutes so it stays in that, call it, expanded position, probably as expanded as we can get it with heat. For about 5 minutes, so it just goes back to its normal, harder self, if you will, a little more solid. And then we're going to adjust that hinge. So let's do that next. Alrighty, well, as you can see, this door hinge is incredibly maladjusted. So the next step here is we're going to adjust it. You can see that this thing is adjusted. It's got these slots in here. And you can see that it's, in fact, let me just take this off so hopefully you can see exactly everything that I'm doing here. So that was just an adjuster for height, by the way. But you can see there's slots here in these holes, okay? And you can see this thing is, the door's gap is as wide as it possibly could be. So we're going to go and compress that down and then test to make sure the door still opens and closes properly. So first off, let's loosen this thing off. It may just fall down a little bit once I loosen it because of gravity here, but let's see. Open this up. All right, let's drop this down a little bit. I'm going to drop it down all the way for the heck of it as a starting point and see if we can open the door. We may not be able to open the door like that, but let's see. Let's see what happens. No, that actually works. Okay? So you can see I got my light in there still, major halogen light. So let's see now what that did to our gap. Let's do that. Take a look together and see what that did to our gap over here. I don't see any light there. Hang on, let me move you over because you're not in a very good spot on the tripod there. Let's take a look. I don't see any light there at all. Maybe there's just a peak of light, a little tiny, look though, there's a tiny little bit there. Look at that right there. Okay, so we got a little bit more work we got to do. This is the value of the light. You can see it's basically resolved it, but there is still a tiny little bit. So let's work on it a little bit more. Alrighty, let's just hold her there for a minute or two to kind of give it every chance we can and let it hopefully stay there a little bit now that it's hot. It's obviously not going to stay in this position, but the whole idea is to have it a little bit more expanded than it was when it cools down. So I'm just going to hold this here for a moment. Let nature take its course here and cool us down a little bit for us. We'll let it sit like that, and then we'll close the door again and see if we've got a bit of a better solution there. I think that's the thing. Let's give that a go. Okay guys, let's take a look and see how that last little bit of bit of heat worked for us. So let's take a look at down there now and see what sort of gap we have. Look at that, we have absolutely no light happening there whatsoever. It's just freaking perfect the whole way. So that is ideal. And we're going to check, I'm going to go and check the entire perimeter of this thing, and then we're going to give it a go and see what happens. So I'm pretty sure we've got this fixed. So I'm really hopeful that this video, will help somebody out there that, if you've got a similar issue on one of these upright freezers, to take a look and try these different methods. The heat method works really, really great to kind of make your seal more pliable and to get it into a better position, as well as to check the alignment of your door. Also, I think the other little tip I would say is to check the seal. The light trick. The light trick works really good because, sometimes is it sealed, isn't it sealed? If you've got a super bright halogen battery operated light, obviously it needs to be battery operated. You can't have an extension cord going into that thing. This is a really great way to visually test whether you've got a good seal or not. So the next step that for me, and this isn't going to be part of the video, I'm just going to mention it quickly, but the thing about freezers and fridges, if you don't know, you should not plug them in for at least 24 hours after they've been laying down like this, okay? So the next step for me is simply to lift it up and let it sit for 24 hours. I'm then going to plug it in, and I'm going to leave it for, believe it or not, about a month before to make sure that we have solved the problem, and then send it off back to my son for him to use. And if it survives a month here working well, then absolutely for sure we know that we've solved the problem. So anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's hopefully it helps somebody. I would really appreciate it if you'd leave me a comment. Let me know, if you have a similar problem, if this helped your issue at all. I would really be interested to know if you've encountered this and before, and if this little video helped you or not. And also, if you've got any ideas or other ways or means of solving this kind of air leak problem in an upright freezer, please do leave it in the comments for others to see. Like my channel says, I'm not a mechanic. I'm certainly not a refrigeration mechanic. I'm just a tinkerer. I'm a mad tinkerer. And anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Have a good one, and looking forward to having you guys watch my videos coming up. Bye for now.